Okay, so welcome everybody. Okay, I am Tisan. So, and today we will be covering Windows security topics. Okay, so let me just share my screen so you can just see it. Okay, so Windows security baselines and hardening. Okay, so here we will be sending our Windows system against any cyber threats. First of all, we need to understand our security baselines. Okay, so these baselines serve as the foundational for our or foundational for our system. Okay, we may need to make it secure. So they define a set of security configurations and settings that are recommended for a specific operating systems. So our currently operating system is Windows and its application. These baseline act as a starting point for your, that means our system security posture, helping to minimize the vulnerabilities that might be present in our system. So the benefits of the baselines will be it reduces our attack surface. So the hackers will have less area or less attack surface to target you. Standardize the security settings. So there by default there might be many security settings which will be turned on. So we need to turn them off. Simplify management and maintenance and minimize vulnerabilities. Now there are some types of different baselines. Okay, something is provided by Microsoft. So Microsoft Security Baseline. There is NIST cybersecurity framework, and there are many more custom baselines. Okay, moving on, how you can apply Microsoft Security Baselines. So first of all, Microsoft, since are using Windows, so Microsoft offers pre-built security baselines for various Windows versions. This baseline provides a robust starting point, incorporating best practices and recommend settings for security. Applying this baseline is a significant step in fortifying your system. So they have given a start point to you. Now you can modify those depending on your need and go ahead. First will be to download the appropriate baselines from the Microsoft website. Then you need to import the baseline into your system using the group policy management console. Okay, there is group policy editor. You can check it. Then you need to deploy these settings. Okay, so if it is AD environment, okay, so you will deploy it in your directory controller. Okay, and verify. At last, you need to verify if the settings that you have made was successful or not. How will you do that? By assessing your security posture. So will do a VAPT again. Moving on, hardening our Windows system. So hardening goes beyond baselines, involving additional configuration to further residue, reduce vulnerabilities. Okay, this includes disabling unnecessary services, strengthening password policies, and implementing application control. So you can see this. So disable unnecessary service. This reduces the system attack surface. Identify and disable non-essential service. So by default Windows, okay, you will see that SMB version 1 might be on in your system. Okay, how you can verify? You can verify just simply running a port scan on your system. You will see mostly 139 and 445 port being open. Okay, next is strengthen your password policies. Enforce strong passwords with complex requirement and regular changes. So let's say, uh, as you have seen in banks, okay, you might have seen these banks that every 3 months or 6 months they are telling you to change the password. Okay, they will also tell that you cannot use the older password, like three old previous password, you cannot use that. Okay, so this is how you can strengthen the password policies. The password policies were made by them, so that's why you were unable to set the, like, you, let's say ABC was a old password, okay, and the new password is XYZ. So you cannot just cycle between ABC and XYZ. Okay, next is implement application control. So limit the execution of unauthorized application using app locker or similar tools. Okay, next is securing our operating system. So focus on the core OS, the operating system, to enhance overall system security. This involves regular updates, secure configuration of network, setting and appropriate firewall rules. So remember, even if you make it up to date, just remember to keep a backup. Why? So there might be 0 days. Okay, there might be 0 days for new updates. So be safe. So how you can do this? Windows updates. So keep Windows and application updated with the latest security patches. User account control or also UAC. Maintain UAC to its default settings to prevent unauthorized changes. You can set it to high also. By default it's normal UAC. Then firewall. Configure the firewall or the Windows firewall to allow only necessary network traffic. Okay. Okay. Next is protecting user account and permission. Okay. Control access to system resources using appropriate permission. Implement least privilege policies, limiting users access to only what is necessary for their roles. So always implement the least privilege model. Okay, grant only the necessary permission to users and group. Like, let's say in a company there might be two group, IT and HR. IT would handle the development part, HR will handle the management part. Okay, both of them don't need each other's files or any information. Okay, so you would limit the development files to IT only and the HR part, like the management files, to HR only. Then I've already told about strong password, enforce strong password and multi-factor authentication. Okay, MFA is required, even though MFA is susceptible to, like, if you're talking about websites, MFA will be susceptible to, like, you cannot really totally implement or be safe from MFA. Okay, next is account lockout. Implement account lockout policies to prevent brute force attacks. Okay, like you have seen this, let's take the example of bank. Okay, so you have tried 2 times wrong password, and the last time you will try will be the last time for your day. Okay, so they limit to you up to 3 failed password logins, then they lock out or lock you out for a day. Okay, next is implementing network security measures. Network security is paramount. Okay, implement firewalls, intrusion detection system, prevention system, IDS, IPS, and VPNs to protect against external threats. Regularly monitor your network traffic for suspicious activity. Okay, if you are missing in like logging or monitoring, it is also a issue. Okay, it's a big issue if you don't monitor your network properly. So first of all, you need to configure firewalls rules to restrict unauthorized network access. Then deploy IDS or IPS to detect and prevent malicious network activity. So IDS and IPS, one will detect and another one will prevent. One is for logging, another one will block. Then use VPNs for a secure remote access to the network. Okay, virtual private network. Use virtual private network. After that, we have how you can monitor and maintain secure Windows environment. Continuous monitoring is crucial for maintaining your secure environment. Use security event log, SIM system, and regularly security regular security audit to detect and respond to threats promptly. So security event logs. So it will be generated in your Windows systems. I'm just going to show you in a moment. Then there is SIEM, implement a security information and event management system. Okay, so this will be tools like your Splunk, Elasticsearch, ELK, so this sort of tools. uh, Wazoo is also there. Then you can also, what you do, you will do security audits. Okay, you will conduct security audit regularly to assess your security posture. And with this, it's done. So if you have any questions, you can ask us. Okay, and I'm just going to show you how you can also see the security event logs. So event viewer is there. Here you can see all of your logs. Okay, there will be some custom logs. It takes some time to load up. There will be application related logs. See, these are the logs that is showing you. Okay, so you can create your SIEM rules based on your these events. Okay, and obviously, if you have any questions, you can just write in the comment.